Hey guys, I'm Alea. I'm new to YouTube. This is my first video that I'm going to be making for my channel. It's basically an introductory video. And this one's basically going to be about why I decided to join the military and the Navy specifically. So I feel like it was a series of unfortunate events in my life that brought me to the decision to enlist. So let me start off from the beginning. So I graduated college. That's not an unfortunate event, but you know, that's what kicked everything off. So I graduated college with a degree in mass communications, and you know, I was so excited to join the workforce in my fields, do this, that, and the third, but I just kept getting denied for jobs because of no experience or lack of experience. I felt like I had good or adequate experience. I wrote for the student newspaper when I was in college. I did an internship when I was in college. Apparently that wasn't enough. So yeah, I kept getting denied from jobs. The 6 months grace period went by and I still didn't have a job in my field. So I was working at this shitty call center that I pretty much hated, and it was about 45 minutes away from where I lived, and it was terrible. So not only was I not working in my fields, I was working for crappy pay at a crappy job, and then I got into a car accident. And when I got into this car accident, it pretty much totaled my car, so I had no job, no means of trying to find a new job because I had no transportation to get to a new job, and I didn't have enough money to pay what I needed to pay as well as finance another car. So I was just like, what the fuck do I do now? You know? And the whole time, like, ever since I graduated high school, my parents have always recommended or suggested the military. My dad was in the Navy himself, so he wished he would have stayed in longer. So he always let us know that that was a option that we had. So I graduated high school. My parents was like, Navy? And I was like, no. I graduated college and my parents was like, military? And I was like, no. I got into my car accident. My parents was like, military? And I was just like, I guess. Let me at least see what these people got to say. So I met with a few different recruiters. I met with the Air Force recruiter first. He was pretty standoffish. Like, he just gave me bad vibes in general, and he pretty much told me I was fat. He took my height and my weight, and he was like, you might want to, you know, drink a few Slim Fast. And I was just like, well, shit, damn, he's gonna put it like that. I mean, whatever. Yeah. Then I met with the National Guard recruiter. He was lit. He was really cool. He had me to like a little practice as ASVAB or whatever in his office. He took my height and weight, of course. I was about 9 pounds over my maximum weight limit, so he did the tape, measured my waist, neck, hips, all that good stuff. Yeah, he was pretty much lit. Like, he laid down, like, he answered all of my questions. He was really cool. So I didn't want to just, you know, jump into the National Guard without. Sorry, I'm outside and I live in a neighborhood with a lot of dogs. Anyways, so I met with the Marines recruiter, and everything that he was saying, I was just like, no. 13 weeks of boot camp, no. The Marines are like the first people to get called for like international issues or whatever when it comes to the military branches. And I was like, I'm not trying to be the first ones out there if some shit goes down. So I was just like, nah. Like, I swear, everything the Marine recruiters were saying to me in my mind, I was like, nope. Like, the Marines, I salute the Marines because y'all are intense, and I'm just not about it. I didn't even bother meeting with the Army recruiter because I knew I did not want to join Army. And there was no Coast Guard recruiters close to where I lived. So I was automatically out. Did I hear that train? I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, so I met with the Navy recruiter. He was cool. And I was initially going to go the officer route since I do have a degree. A separate video on why I chose to enlist as opposed to going the officer route for the Navy. So I spoke with a Navy recruiter, and it pretty much came down to either the Navy or the National Guard for me. And like I said, my dad was in the Navy, and my uncle retired from the Navy as a lieutenant commander. So they wasn't necessarily pressuring me to join the Navy, but they was offering me background insight from when they were in. And my uncle retired maybe like a year or two ago, so his information was pretty relevant. So yeah, I decided to go to the Navy because ultimately I decided I didn't want to do it part-time. I didn't want to, you know, just do the National Guard on the weekends and 2 weeks out of the month like how I would do reserves and other branches. So I decided to do the Navy, and yeah, that's my story. That's why I decided to join the military and the Navy, basically because I didn't have any job experience and I needed some job experience. And I was under the impression that the Navy was going to pay off my student loans. They do not. Well, I'm not going to say that they don't. They just don't for every job. They only pay off the student loans for certain jobs. Didn't know that when I signed up. Not the point though. But yeah, I pretty much joined to get experience in my job field. I mean, in my career fields, to get leadership experience, to have a steady income, pretty much. Even though it's not necessarily a lot. I mean, it's pretty much more than what I'm used to making in the past. Like I worked at McDonald's, and like I said, this shitty ass call center. So I was like, why the fuck not, you know? So yeah, that is it. If you guys want to share your stories or your reasons why you joined the military, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching.